Come again? Is there any reason why these officers are here?
I got permission.
Sir, you cannot film me here.
Because the information you're providing is unlawful.
I don't want you
You can't film me.
Call the sheriff. I have permission.
I don't want you to film me.
Don't get close to me.
You want to go that route? What is the reason for calling the officers here?
Today's video takes us to Chicago, Illinois, where we're going to listen to #1 Boom Boom Boy who loved you a long time for buku money. That's right, GoatBoy, as he makes a phone call to what he thinks is Ohio, but he mistakenly calls Oklahoma. How stupid are you, GoatBoy? Let's all sit back, watch, have a good laugh, and most of all, enjoy, GoatBoy!
Alrighty. It's your favorite auditor, audit them, the one who encourages you to audit them. Alrighty, we're gonna get right to these calls with no further delayance. We're going to reach out to municipalities in Ohio. As you guys know, members of the public have a right to request public records over the phone, which is considered a proper way. So since we have the right to, I like to gather data. I also like to see how public employees respond, what they come up with, if they mislead people. I like to take note of it all. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Shawnee, Ohio City Hall phone number.
City Clerk's office, this is Shelby. How can I help you?
Yeah, hi Shelby. This call here is being recorded. I'm calling to submit a Chapter 149 public record request.
Okay, so there's a couple of different ways you can do that. You can either come here to our office and we have physical copy or like physical piece of paper that you can fill out, or you can go to our website at shawneeok.org. And there's a link on there. We go through a portal called Next Request, and you can put that in there. And then once we've received your request, then we'll send it to the respective department. And then if we find those records, then we would release those to you.
Now, the first clue that something was wrong here is when the clerk said you can send your request to shawneeok.org. OK means Oklahoma, not OH for Ohio. But GoatBoy's not that smart. He's going to continue the call for what? About 15 minutes? Let's listen in.
Okay, I prefer to submit a request the proper way. Written request is not mandatory.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can go online and submit that way, or you can come in and fill out a piece of paper, whichever way you would prefer. But we have to have either one of those because we have to have a signed request from you stating what you're asking for, so then we can process that.
Okay, I don't want to be mean or anything, but I have to say this. It doesn't require a request to be signed. I don't know why you would give me false information. The second thing, are you claiming, because I have the law on the screen here, but are you claiming written request is mandatory?
I'm not saying that a written request, like I said, we use a portal now, so you can either go online and use the portal, or you can come in the office, but we have to have something that's stating that you're asking for the request and what you're requesting, and then your information.
Right, okay, but you're telling me...
You can't take a request over the phone.
Well, wait a minute. You're telling me that I either got to go online, which is in writing, or I got to come in person, which is in writing. And now you're telling me a third thing, which is you said you cannot take it over the phone.
Ma'am, you must comply, ma'am. You must comply. I'm a FOIA assessor, and you must comply, ma'am.
That's the third. That's like you told me 4 things in a row that are so often untrue. I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm recording this and I want to make sure I'm getting the right information. Okay, here's the statute here. It says a public office, which you are, or a person responsible for public records may ask a requester to make the request in writing, which you did, may ask the requester's identity, and may inquire about the intended use of information requested, but may do so only after disclosing to the requester that a written request is not mandatory. So in order for you to ask me to come into your city or do it online, you first, by statute, have to inform me that a written request is not mandatory. You failed to do so.
May I take your name? What's your name, sir?
Well, now you're asking for my identity, and you still have not told me that a written request is... In order for you to ask me for my identity, you first gotta inform the requester that a written request is not mandatory. I'll be more than happy to provide to you what my request is, and I'll give you my contact information after the request. How does that sound?
Okay. Like I said, I'm just gonna, I'm kind of new here. I've only been in this position a couple of months. That's generally how we do it, so I was actually going to refer you to my higher up, or at least ask them, and that's why I was asking for your name. If you don't want to disclose it, that's fine, but if you don't mind, I'm going to put you on a brief hold so I can get with my supervisor.
Oh, that'll never do, ma'am. All you have to do is write down his FOIA request and give it to the custodian of records. Or you could just give it to the custodian, the man who cleans the floor, and have him put it in the rubbish bin, where it belongs.
Well, I want you to do the right thing. I want you to say that you learned something new today, and maybe say, hey, it was beneficial for that guy to call because today you learned something new, that what you said was totally wrong. Like I said, I'm not trying to be mean to you, but I want you as a government employee or representative of our government to do the right thing and say the right things. As of right now, yeah, if you want to go ahead and transfer me to a higher up, or if you have the ambition to want to comply with this portion of the law, it's either up to you, whatever way you want to go about it. But at the end of the day, I have a right to submit an oral request, and that's what I'm calling to do.
Okay, yeah, just hold on one moment for me.
Sure.
5 minutes later.
Okay, sir, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so sorry about that. Wait. So I did speak with my supervisor, and she stated the same thing, that we use the portal, or you could come in for the paper copy. Now, she said if when you're stating that state statute, where are you reading that from?
That's a
Like,
debate.
where are you getting that from?
Right.
We don't have that, and so we can, if you would like to submit that, then we can provide that to our city attorney. And
Wait
go
a
from
minute,
there.
wait a minute,
But as of
ma'am. Ma'am, I'm getting that from the state code, which is chapter 149, subsection 5.
Oh, yes, indeed, good people. That's what the Ohio law states. But remember, he's calling Oklahoma, not Ohio. Let's carry on.
As of right now, are you or your supervisor... let me speak. Can I speak? What's your supervisor's first name?
Lisa.
Okay, what's her title?
She's a city clerk.
Okay, I'd like to speak to her because the information... Now, not only is she giving me bad information, she's also giving you bad information. But I'll go ahead and speak with her.
Okay, hold on one moment.
Sure.
This is Lisa. May I help you?
Yes, hi. This call here is being recorded. Did Shelby relay to you what my request was?
Yes, she did.
Okay, I'm calling to submit an oral request, as written request is not mandatory.
Okay, well, you told her that was in state law, so if you could tell me where you're finding that, I would be able to get it to my city attorney to review, because everything that we have, we can request where you, like she told you, we had a records request portal, because otherwise we don't know who to send something to when they make a request. So
Okay, wait a minute.
that's why
Let
we
me
can get the information.
get this straight here. So you're telling me that you said that, well, first of all, this is a state law. It is the state law. It's chapter 149, subsection 5. Then you mentioned that you just need to know who we're going to get these records to.
This is what happens when you think you know everything about everything. You get humbled. Yeah, he thinks he's an esquire. He ain't nowhere near an esquire. Just because you own an attorney firm, goat. Yeah, you're a goat fool.
Madam Clerk.
Hold on a second. What chapter was that again?
It's chapter 149, subsection 5, and this is what it reads here, Madam Clerk. It says that the... So here's what it reads here. Let me get this on the screen here. I just want everybody to do the right thing today. But a public office or person responsible for public records may ask a requester to make the request in writing, may ask for the requester's identity, and may inquire about the intended use of information requested, but may do so only after disclosing to the requester that a written request is not mandatory, that the requester may decline to reveal the requester's identity or intended use. So this is from the state code, and then you mentioned to me that you want me to put it through the portal because you need to know who the information is going to go to. Well, Madam Clerk, don't you think that it's reasonable for you for this town to comply with the statute and then ask me for my contact information to know who to respond to?
I don't know why Shady Shade wants to remain so anonymous. We know exactly who he is. We know where he lives. We know about his mama. And we know about his brother who likes to be mean to women. Yeah, everybody in the family's got issues. We know all about you, Shady Shade. Yeah, what's that say there? 5'5". Ooh, you're a short sumbitch.
Well, what is that Oklahoma state statute?
No, ma'am,
I don't
Ohio.
find a chapter 149. I'm sorry.
Isn't this the...
Hello?
Well, yeah. It's
Is it Oklahoma state statute?
No, I'm calling the Ohio.
Okay, you've called the state of Oklahoma.
No, I dialed the Ohio.
I'm in the state of Oklahoma, city of Shawnee.
Okay, you know what? It might have been a
We're
mistake.
not in.
I'm only a human being. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. It's
Oh, now wait a minute. GoatBoy claims he's a human being all of a sudden. Really? Wow. Oh, sorry about that. I'm just a human being. Well, that's what happens when you use voice recognition software, dummy.
Man, I dialed the Ohio number. Might have been a mistake. Alrighty.
Well, there you have it, folks. Stupid is as stupid does, and this yahoo's pretty darn stupid, isn't he? Yeah, can't even dial the proper state. Yeah, doesn't even know how to use a phone. My grandmother knew how to use a phone, you fool. Not to worry, if you enjoy watching stupid people do stupid things on my channel, please subscribe. And check out Dr. Dave's other channels, including Dr. Dave, the Bunker of Frauditors and Sovsits. And if you need more entertainment, check out Dr. Dave's main channel, which has over 6,000 video uploads for your viewing pleasures. GoatBoy, do you think you'll ever find a real job? Probably not. Cheers to that.
An ordinances book. Yep, that's correct. Come again. Is there any reason why these officers are here?
I got permission.
Sir, you cannot film in here.
Because the information you're providing is unlawful.
I don't want
You can't film it.
Call the sheriff. I have permission.
You can't-
I
no,
don't
you
want
don't
you to
have
film. Don't get
permission,
close to
and
me.
that's all.
You want to go that route? What is the reason for calling the officers here? I want to know what your job title is to see if you're able to assist.
Who are you?
Who am I? Who's the one who called the officers in the first place? Because this may become a legal suit now. This is transparency. I'm conducting an audit. While I wait for the clerk to show me the statute about freedom of information, I need to do an inspection on the town, city, zoning and ordinances book.
I have permission. I have permission. I have permission to film here, sir.
Ma'am, please ask your superior before disrespecting somebody of the public. Where's the water department for this town?
Don't yell. I'm talking to you softly. Why are you yelling at me?
Sir, please stop recording me.
Okay, I need to do an inspection.
I understand that. Please stop recording me right now. You do not have my permission to record me.
Okay, is your facility open to the public?
Not currently.
Not currently, okay. Okay, can you comply with my request? Where's your water department? Ma'am, you're totally wrong. This will become a legal matter if you choose to go this route. Should I go over FOIA law with you?
No, I don't need to see that.
Show me the statute.
Sir?
Can you show me the statute?
Sir.
Who are you? Right.
What do you mean, who am I?
Who are you with?
What do you mean? I have the right to record, ma'am. I have permission here with me. I'll be waiting for the statute. Thank you. I'll be waiting for the book, sir. Ma'am, this is going to turn out a legal matter.
Okay, sir.
This is going to become a legal matter. Please comply. Pass. I got a pass. Along with an inspection on the zoning and town zoning and ordinances book. I'm going to be conducting some business here. I'm going to be recording it. Ma'am, it's up to you, ma'am. There may be a suit in the court of law for non-compliance. What do you mean who I'm with, ma'am?
I don't know what you want.
I don't know why you're giving me a hard time or a bad attitude. In order to do an inspection on a book readily available. Hi, ma'am. What's your first name?
How can I help you, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Can you tell me what's your first name?
Who are you?
The budget book, ma'am. I need to do.
I don't have. If you want to have a seat, I'll ask.
Sure, that's fine. Ma'am, I have permission to film. I have permission. I have permission here. Well, you see, the thing is, my good man. Anyhow, compliance is the key, folks. Where does it state that? Ma'am, I need stamped copies of these FOIA here.
Can I help you?
Yeah, sure, possibly. I'm acting as press, ma'am. First Amendment. I also have permission here with me. Okay, ma'am, you also have to abide by 2635.101 basic obligations of public service. Sir, I'm abiding by the statutes. It does not require a name in order to obtain record. Okay, well, you're talking unlawful. You're talking incorrect. That is not true what you just stated. Come again? Very rude. I'm not rude. It all shows on camera. You're the one who's rude. Well, anyhow.
No one really cares.
No one really cares? An inspection, if I wanted to take digital photocopies.
No, you cannot.
Absolutely, I can,
No,
ma'am.
you cannot.
Please comply with the law. Are you refusing service? Just tell me you're refusing service. Hand me over your business card and you will be hearing from my lawyer. If you go ahead and record, that means you're creating a public record and you cannot delete that off your personal phone. Your personal phone becomes a public record.
That's fine. I'll record it.
Okay. Well, sir, there's options to conduct business in person. You can't refer everybody to online. I'm not going to refuse my identification. However, I have not committed any crime. You cannot articulate that I have broken a law. Here's what I will tell you. Ma'am, there's no expectation of privacy in public. You could just call me sir. I'd like to file a police report of non-compliance about a employee that works here. Sir, I don't answer any questions.
You don't respect me. Why would
So therefore, I'm not obligated to provide any identification in this matter.
you talk about my wife? What does my wife have to do with anything?
No, I'm not providing an address, ma'am. I'm doing a general inspection.
What does my wife? Why put up a picture and say that's my wife of a goat?
Not in my uniform, however, I do have my clipboard with me. That is not lawful what you told me.
We're gonna have a ball at your cemetery. We're gonna bring you a rose, okay? We're gonna bring you a rose and we're gonna say you were dishonorable. He's attached to the affidavit too. He's part of the enterprise. You drew first blood. Just like you do with all these auditors, you draw first blood. In the next 3 days, I'm going to have a criminal enterprise community section, and it's going to be real well detailed. I got an attorney that's helping me draft it up and write it up. Scumbag. You're just a plain scumbag, man. You want to say why I'm upset and stuff. We're going to prove that you are breaking U.S. code. If I really wanted to be petty, I would take you to court.